The laughter echoed off the walls of the sunlit living room. Golden balloons hovered lazily near the ceiling, each tied with curling ribbons. A giant banner stretched across the far wall. "Happy 35th birthday, Amelia." Amelia stood at the heart of it all, her smile wide, her eyes glittering with happiness. Friends, family, neighbors, they were all there, each person a thread in the rich tapestry of her life. She wore a soft blue dress, the one Ethan, her husband, had once said made her look like the sky itself. The cake, a towering three-layered masterpiece, sat proudly on the table. It was adorned with delicate flowers and tiny golden candles, ready to be lit. Someone handed her a glass of champagne, and she laughed as it fizzed over the rim. She didn't notice the front door open at first. She didn't notice the way the room subtly shifted, a low murmur rolling through the guests, until she saw him, Ethan, her husband of 7 years. He stood in the doorway, dressed in a sharp charcoal suit, so out of place among the casual, colorful crowd. His expression was unreadable. No smile, no warmth, just blankness. For a second, her heart soared. Maybe he had planned something special. A surprise, a speech, a gesture to make the day unforgettable. Well, it would be unforgettable, but not for the reasons she hoped. He strode forward, the crowd parting in front of him as if sensing something terrible about to happen. In his hand, a thick manila envelope. He didn't say hello. He didn't offer a kiss or even a nod. He stopped right in front of her. The room had gone still, as if the air had thickened. Everyone was watching, friends with half-eaten cake on their plates, cousins clutching half-empty glasses, her mother with a hand still frozen midway. Amelia blinked at him, confused. She opened her mouth to speak, but before she could, Ethan placed the envelope firmly onto the table next to the cake. "Happy birthday," he said, his voice hollow, almost mechanical. Her fingers hesitated before picking it up. A small, nervous laugh escaped her lips. Surely this was some mistake, some weird joke. She pulled the flap open. Inside, divorce papers. Signed, dated, final. Her heart seemed to stop. For a moment, the words swam in front of her eyes. She gripped the table to steady herself as the weight of what she was seeing crashed over her. Divorce. On her birthday. In front of everyone. Someone gasped loudly. Another dropped their drink, glass shattering against the hardwood floor. The murmur of the crowd turned into stunned silence, as if they collectively forgot how to breathe. Her mother rushed forward, her voice panicked and sharp, but Amelia didn't hear her. All she could hear was the roaring in her own ears, the sound of a life collapsing in real time. Ethan didn't wait for a reaction. He turned on his heel and walked out, leaving only the heavy slam of the door behind him. It was like a switch had been flipped. The festive music still played softly in the background, a cruel reminder of the celebration that had just been destroyed. Amelia stood there, the papers trembling in her hands, feeling as though she had been skinned alive, in front of the people who knew her best. She thought of the years they had spent building a life together, the Sunday mornings with coffee and newspapers, the late-night talks about their future, the whispered dreams of children and old age and forever. All of it reduced to a few pieces of cold, impersonal paper. Guests began to move awkwardly, unsure of what to do or say. A few murmured excuses. Gathering their coats, a neighbor whispered a hollow apology and slipped out the door. Amelia didn't move, couldn't.